Welcome to the 𝘚'𝘮𝘮𝘮 sphere. The situation in the Delta Quadrant is continuing to develop. We will need the assistance of all our allies to stay ahead of it.
Hello. Would you have time to look into something for me? Admiral 𝘐𝘏𝘏 has requested that you meet Voyager in the Solarian system. I believe he requires your assistance with a personal issue. While you're there, you should be able to get a briefing on the current state of the Delta Quadrant. Hello. Would you have time?
Greetings. Admiral 𝘐𝘏𝘏 is waiting for you in the conference room. Welcome aboard. And if I may say so, it's good to see you again. Between doomsday devices and the Delta Quadrant, it looks like we get all of the interesting assignments. If you'll come with me, I'll take you to Admiral 𝘐𝘏𝘏. He wants to see you right away. It's good to see you too. Someone decided that with our experience with that, borrowed bird of prey, I'm the perfect person to handle joint operations with the Klingons out here in the Delta Quadrant. I even got a promotion, as you can see. What would you like to know? The Admiral is trying to track down Dr. Cooper. He thinks that Cooper is the key to this conflict with the Undine. He hasn't explained why yet, but he says that your assistance is crucial. What would you like to know? Sorry we don't have time for a tour, but the Admiral insists he needs to speak with you right away. The Admiral is waiting for you in the ready room.
Greetings. Thank you for coming so promptly. We do not have much time, and I require your assistance. Yes, he has redoubled his assaults, and logic suggests that it will only be a matter of time before he overwhelms my mental defenses. I cannot fend him off alone. That is why I have requested your assistance. What else do you need to know? I have been able to deflect Cooper's attacks thus far, but I require assistance to repel him and gain any useful information. I propose initiating a Vulcan mind meld through which you will be able to enter my mind and aid me against Cooper. What else do you need to know? My mind to your mind. Your thoughts to my thoughts.
Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? First, I need to make sure you're not contagious or suffering from any injuries. This will only take. Don't be difficult. I'm only doing my job. Engineers and captains, always in a hurry to get out of sickbay. You're not going anywhere. Doctor's orders.
Enemy targets on center. Personal shield losing power.
Can you hear me?
Losing power.
Come speak to me at the desk terminal. The mind meld was successful. Excellent. I am currently trapped in the ready room. For the moment, I will only be able to communicate with you remotely. Cooper is working to subvert my mental defenses, and I must focus my concentration on keeping my mind intact. No. Cooper is trying to erode my emotional control. Symbolically, this means that he must destroy Voyager. To do so, he is attempting to overload the warp core. You must proceed to engineering to stop Cooper from destabilizing the warp core. If he is successful, he will have broken down my mental control systems. Once the core and my mind are protected from Cooper's attacks, then we can take control of this mindscape. Take the pad from the doctor's office. I will use it to communicate with you as you proceed. Good. Now we will be able to remain in contact. Proceed to engineering. Cooper is attempting to subvert my mental defenses by replacing my memories with engrams from his bioship. Until he is expelled, these kinds of incursions will continue. You may see strange items or distortions in your surroundings. Ignore them and proceed as best you can. Remember 𝘠'𝘵𝘗𝘗 first law of metaphysics. Nothing unreal exists. Cooper is trying to overload the warp core. You must keep it stable. The mindscape is a simulacrum. Cooper may move elements to suit his needs, or try to stop you. Certain areas may be blocked or transformed. Do your best to reach your destination. Cooper cannot simultaneously attack an area and conceal it.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? This area is very dangerous. The core is unstable. I've almost got this. Just keep back. B'Elanna, I don't know. She should be here, but as far as I can tell, everything on Voyager is about to fall apart, and I'm the only one here. Stay back. I'm going to put a force field around the core while I try to stabilize it. It won't contain a core breach, but it might block some of the radiation if the magnetic stabilizers give out. You are stupid, aren't you? Only people the Vulcan melded with should be here. Not everyone on Voyager is part of Tuvok's warped little subconscious. Some of us are far more exceptional. I'll destroy you, and Tuvok's mind with you.
Personal shield losing power.
You
He has
can't
raised
stop
defenses
this.
to protect himself. Use one of the engineering consoles to press your attack.
You
He has
can't
raised
stop
defenses
this.
to protect himself. Use one of the engineering consoles to press your attack.
Personal shield losing power.
Quickly use the controls to restore the warp core. This will strengthen my mental defenses. Excellent. With my mental defenses stabilized, we should have additional time to fend off Cooper's intrusion. Head to the crew decks. Inside of my memories exist fragments of personalities from any person with whom I have previously experienced a mind meld. You may be able to find someone whose personality is not wholly part of my mind, and thus not susceptible to Cooper's influence. Move through the crew decks to your right. You may be able to find a fragment of a personality who can help. People with whom I have previously melded have left impressions of their 𝘏𝑃𝑟as in my mind. You may be able to convince one to assist you. Because they are not technically me, Cooper's ability to subvert them may be limited.
What is happening? What am I doing here? Who are you? I require specifics. Answer me. I have no reason to trust you, but this seems familiar somehow.
7. You are currently experiencing an engrammatic regress as a result of a Vulcan mind meld. You must assist me in reasserting control over the meld. I am currently locked in the ready room next to the bridge. Exercise caution as species 8472 has subverted the vessel.
That is Borg technology. But the presence of the collective will not dissuade us. Assimilation is irrelevant. assimilated Undine, they may be a reflection of the unconscious fears of species 8472.
Oh, you're here. Let's just get this over with.
I will secure the bridge while you release Tuvok.
With Cooper defeated, he should no longer be able to maintain the telepathic link with my mind. For the time being. We must end the mind meld and consider our next course of action. Now that we have removed Cooper's influence, it is time to break the link between he and myself. With Cooper's attack temporarily we still do not have a fix on Cooper's whereabouts. I will contact Starfleet for any current information about Undine movements. Use the sensors to check for their quantum signatures. Voyager's sensor array is currently calibrated for tracking Undine movements, so you should be able to garner results quickly. You should return to your ship. While I am somewhat fatigued as a result of the mind meld, I believe that I can continue in my duties on Voyager while we plan our next steps. We must still be in the meld. Cooper is trying to deceive us. He needs to break the link cleanly, but lacks the strength to confront us directly.
You don't belong here.
We should use the link to our advantage. If we can track Cooper through the link, we can then pursue him in the physical realm. Since the mindscape deals in symbolic representations, we need a map to his location. We should proceed. Cooper is trying to block your progress. Look for another path.
Enemy target on sensor.
In 2375, Voyager encountered a malfunctioning board vinculum that had been turned into a trap by species 6339. This vinculum caused other personalities from the collective to surface in 7 of 9. I entered a mind meld with her in an attempt to stabilize her personality. These people are echoes of the personalities of people assimilated by the Borg. They are not truly aware. knowing only that they desire to escape. It may be helpful to think of them as ghosts, metaphorically speaking, of course. Cooper is attempting to distort your path again. Keep searching. I sense we are making progress. Keep searching. There. We have him. Cooper has broken the link. The meld can end. This ordeal has taxed me mentally, but I must continue the mission. I have learned that Cooper is in fluidic space, in an area that corresponds to the location known in our dimension as the Northwest Passage. We must travel there and enter fluidic space to confront Cooper once more. He is aboard a Special Command bioship that he cannot abandon. If we catch him in fluidic space, we can force a final confrontation. Please join me on the bridge. I must focus my concentration on regaining my strength. I need you to enter our destination coordinates and make certain that there are no more surprises.
Voyager will join you in the Northwest Passage. We'll leave as soon as you've returned to your ship. We need to hurry if we want to catch Cooper.
This area of space was labeled by Commander Chakotay as the Northwest Passage. It is a corridor of space that the Borg avoid because of the high incidence of quantum singularities, which the Undine use as points of transit. Voyager encountered the passage in 2373, and Captain Janeway chose to use it to travel through Borg space. This precipitated our first contact with species 8472. We must locate a quantum singularity that will lead us into the correct area of fluidic space. My suspicion is that Cooper is using this region as a staging ground for the massed Undine fleet, and his command bioship will be there as well. Approach each singularity and check its quantum wave signature. When we find the correct one, we will pass through. This passage will work. Quickly, we must go through the portal. We need to reach Cooper's command bioship. According to my scans, he is using a modified dreadnought as a control vessel. Intriguing. Cooper's bioship appears to have nerve clusters, gyri, and structures typically associated with brain matter. While most bioships are organic, they are not aware. Rather, they are biological tissue operated by the Undine as tools. Cooper's vessel is different. It is possible that the ship is self-aware. This would explain the increase in Cooper's telepathic abilities. Not only is his command bioship able to coordinate the entire Undine fleet, acting as a brain for the other ships, but it also amplifies his psionic power. We must gain access to the ship directly. We will need to temporarily disable its shielding mantle, so we can fire upon vulnerable sections to disable it.
You've come a long way, but as you can see, I am not unprepared for your arrival. This command bioship is unique. It is capable of coordinating an entire fleet of bioships. A fleet that will launch from the structure you see here. Even if you attack me, I suspect you will find the sheer power of my new fleet to be overwhelming.
Ship is under attack. Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. Rear shield.
bioship is weakened. You must beam aboard and locate Cooper while it is possible. We are close to Cooper's position, but the bioship is blocking transport in the area closest to the central nexus. We must find control nodes that will allow us to enter the nexus. As the ship is organic, we may be able to force it open by sending impulses through certain nerve endings, thereby causing a reflex reaction, much like a sneeze. The muscles controlling this passage will not release. We will need to find controlled ganglia we can use to trigger a reflex response and open the door. Cooper should be in the chamber just beyond this door. An intriguing notion. I shall make the attempt. You must protect me from Cooper and his soldiers while I concentrate on the mind meld. When you are ready, we shall proceed. The ship is resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster. You must protect me from undine attacks while I concentrate. The ship is resisting the meld. I must move to another neural cluster. You must protect me from undine attacks while I concentrate.
Personal shield losing power.
You must protect me from undine attacks while I concentrate.
happening? You did this!
My mind to your mind.
Communication link established.
Your thoughts to my thoughts.
The weak will perish.
Why should we listen to the weak?
You will perish when the Iconians complete their purge. To the Iconians, you are weak.
We must survive.
When we fight one another, we are weak. United, we are strong.
No! Don't listen to him!
We must see to our needs.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
The many must survive.
We don't need them!
The many will be strong. The strong will survive.
They are weak. I will save us!
You are weak.
What? No!
But together we are strong. You will be repurposed.
No!
The bio-dreadnought has no intention of entering our space. Now we must return to our ships before the Undine retreat to their own fortresses in fluidic space. There are no signs of Undine pursuit. Whatever the intent of the remaining Undine forces, it seems that they do not involve our dimension. As a Vulcan, I am not given to personal displays. Nonetheless, we have shared a deep connection. We will always carry a part of this experience with us. In a sense, you have become a portion of my mental defenses. Part of the ship and crew that define the most challenging aspects of my existence. Our shared effort has prevented another Undine invasion, and incidentally allowed me to retain my sanity. Your contributions are appreciated. I must advise Starfleet Command of these developments. I am sure we will speak again. Until then, I am confident that events in the Delta Quadrant are in capable hands. Live long and prosper.
With Cooper gone, the Undine won't have a leader pushing them toward war with our forces. I wonder why he was so set on this conflict. We still don't know exactly how long Cooper had been replaced by an Undine, or if the original Cooper is still alive. Perhaps this Undine saw something during his time among us that convinced him that the only way to secure the safety of his people was to destroy ours. It wouldn't be the first time that's happened. Remember the Xindi attack on Earth in the 22nd century? They were told by the sphere builders that they had to destroy Earth to save themselves. It turned out that sphere builders were using the Xindi as a tool in their own destructive plans. We know the Iconians have manipulated the Undine. Maybe they were the ones pushing Cooper to attack. Hello. Would you have time to look into something for me? Our first task in the Delta Quadrant is a familiar one, helping a species to find a new home. A group of Talaxians living in the Entaba system are ready to move to a new homeworld nearby. Admiral Tuvok and Voyager have gone ahead to their main asteroid base to begin the preparations for the transition. The Admiral's requested your presence as well. You two work well together. I recommend you take advantage of his expertise. There's no one who knows more about the Delta Quadrant than he does. Hello. Would you have time to look?
Voyager is under attack by the 𝘗𝘶on. Engines are offline, requesting assistance. Thank you for your assistance. We were en route to the 𝘶𝘶 base when we were ambushed by the 𝘏𝘶on. The damage is relatively minor, but my crew will require time to make repairs. However, I have a personal request. The leader of the 𝘶𝘶 colony served with me on Voyager. Would you be willing to take me there? This base is populated by 𝘶𝘶ians. My shipmate from Voyager, 𝘶'𝘂𝘗, joined them before they moved to this location. The 𝘶𝘶ians have been looking for a new homeworld for quite some time, and now they have found one. The Alliance's history with the relocation of the Romulans will be invaluable in this process.
Starfleet? Oh, what a thrill! It's so wonderful to see someone from the Federation again. It's been so long, and I keep in touch with my friends, but subspace isn't the same, and listen to me, I'm rambling on. My name is 𝘶'𝘂𝘗, and I serve as Starfleet's ambassador to the Delta Quadrant. Before that, I spent 7 years on the U.S.S. Voyager with Captain Catherine Janeway. Admiral Janeway? Of course! She certainly earned that promotion. My link to the Alpha Quadrant wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be until the Jenolan Dyson sphere opened a path straight to the Delta Quadrant. Now we get all sorts of news, but yours is the first ship to visit. I may make a trip to Earth myself sometime, sample the cuisine, but that will have to wait until after the colonization. I barely have a minute to myself anymore. There's just so much to do. Oh, you've come to help! How wonderful! But of course, Starfleet's always pitching in to help out, aren't they? Why, in all my years as ambassador to the Delta Quadrant, I've done everything I could to uphold the good name of the Federation. I don't always have the resources to do more than diplomatic visits, but we try to help out anyone we can, whenever we can. There are Algonquin ships out there right now. Did you know that? My people are helping them explore the stars. Ow, where are my manners? You must be tired and thirsty after your long journey. Come to the colony. We'll fix you right up. But if I could impose on you just for a small favor first. The 𝘏𝑗𝑠on Nistrum have been giving us a lot of trouble lately. We've constructed some shield generators to protect the base, but the 𝘏𝑗𝑠on keep knocking them offline, and all my shuttles are prepping for the colonization. Could you reactivate the shields for us? Wonderful! Just fly to the generators and start the relaunch sequence. It will take them a few minutes to get up to full strength, but that shouldn't be a problem. After that, beam down to the colony. I'll start making some nicely old root stew for you. Thank you so much for your assistance. You may beam down to our base at your leisure. Oh, and speaking in my formal capacity as permanent ambassador, welcome to the Delta Quadrant. It's so good to meet you in person. View screens are so impersonal, don't you think? May I shake your hand? If memory serves, that's how... Mr. Vulcan? Is that you, Tuvok?
Indeed. It is agreeable to see you again, 𝘶'𝘂𝘗𝘓.
What a wonderful surprise! Come, my friends, we have so much to discuss.
You look well, 𝘶'𝘂𝘗𝘓.
as do you. Family, children. Being here has changed me for the better.
Indeed. This colony is an improvement on your previous home.
Twice as large and completely updated. You should see the kitchen.
But you still seek a new homeworld?
Of course, children need sun and open skies. A place to put down roots. What was that? The operations bay? 𝘚𝘗𝘓 was in there! 𝘚𝘗𝘓's trapped! Please, do something! 𝘚𝘗𝘓's a little dizzy, but she'll be fine. I have to stay with her, though. I'm afraid I must impose on your kindness again. Several of our systems were damaged in the attack, and I can't help fix them just now. Several of our systems are malfunctioning. Our communications, environmental controls, engineering, and the controls for the crane loading our ships all have been damaged.
Our first task in the Delta... Hello. Would you... I don't want to waste your time. Our first task in the Delta... Hello. Would you have time to look into something for me? Our first task in the Delta... Hello. We've received a distress call. Hello. Would you have time to look into something for me? I don't want to waste your time with trivialities. I suggest you return at a later time.
Voyager is under attack by the 𝘏𝘶𝘗𝘄. Engines are offline, requesting assistance. This base is populated by 𝘶'𝘂𝘃𝑠. My shipmate from Voyager, 𝘶'𝑉𝑖𝑐, joined them before they moved to this location. The 𝘶'𝘂𝘃𝑠 have been looking for a new homeworld for quite some time, and now they have found one. The Alliance's history with the relocation of the Romulans will be invaluable in this process.
Thank you so much.
So good to meet you in person. View screens are so impersonal, don't you think?
You look well, Neelix.
As do you. Family, children. Being here has changed me for the better.
Indeed. This colony is an improvement on your previous home.
Twice as large and completely updated. You should see the kitchen.
But you still seek a new homeworld?
Of course, children need sun and open skies. A place to put down roots. What was that? The operations bay? 𝘗𝘂𝘃 was in there! 𝘗𝘂𝘃 is trapped! Please, do something! 𝘗𝘂𝘃 is a little several of our... Thank you so much. Everything seems to be working properly now, and Dex is feeling much better. I need to take one final lap around the base and speak to a few people before we depart. Would you care to accompany me?
Oh, hello! I'm preparing the most wonderful feast to celebrate the colonization of our new homeworld, and we need to gather spices for the 𝘗𝘂𝘗𝘮 spice stew. I'll need ranganzo, spith basil, prishik, and some Nemean sea salt. I'm sure if you ask around, someone will have them.
Isn't Chef Jolax great? He's a good friend, and his falada onion crisp is superb. We're traders. A lot of people have spices. But I bet Alex, Brexa, Wixon, and Maxon can help.
I haven't seen anyone like you around here before. You must be one of those visitors from the Alpha Quadrant. How are you enjoying your time here? Try the 𝘠'𝘂𝘮𝘏 berry salad yet? Ooh, is Jolax cooking? I can't wait. Give him this spith basil. Spice stew isn't the same without a little spith.
Maxon likes his food spicy. I once saw him add amber spice to paraca wings.
Hi there. Are you enjoying your stay in the Delta Quadrant? Is there anything you need? Certainly. I have a bottle of ranganzo from my last trading trip. I was saving it for a special occasion, and today certainly fits.
𝘗𝘂𝘗𝘮s are a warm and generous people.
Hello! You must be one of Neelix's friends from the Alpha Quadrant. Thank you for repairing our shield generators. Is there anything I can do to help you? My mate gave me a bit of prishik last Prixon. Would that help?
Alex is like a mother to all the children here. She always has a bit of candy in her pockets for them.
Hello, friend. Are you looking for something? All I have is some Nemean sea salt. Do you need it?
Now, Wixon, he's a reliable guy. You might even say he's the Nemean salt of the earth.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll save you a bowl of stew.
I need to scan the route we'll take to the colony. But the Kazon attack has damaged our astrometric system. All it will tell me is how far off I am from our target position. I feel like I'm taking shots in the dark. Would you be willing to help me? By adjusting the sensor array's pitch, up and down, and yaw, left and right, you can point the array at the target. By adjusting the force, you can change the distance the array examines. Be sure not to overshoot the target location. The array will be useless if that happens.
I can't thank you enough for your help. Dex is going to be fine. The doctors say she'll be up and around in no time.
I need to return to Voyager. Please escort the 𝘶𝘶ian fleet to New Talax. We can return to Voyager at your earliest convenience. The 𝘶𝘶ians have much to do. Thank you for all you have done for the 𝘶𝘶ians. I believe that they will be a valuable ally to us in the days ahead. That would not have been possible without your assistance. I am confident we will see one another again. Until then, live long and prosper.
Our ships are ready to depart. Travel to the staging area to join us in our new adventure. Are you ready to depart for New Talax? Are you detecting the theta radiation spikes? Those levels have been normal and steady for weeks now. What could have happened? Theta radiation could mean only one thing, the Maylan. They lack the technology to recycle antimatter waste, which has led them to develop an entire industry around dumping theta radiation in various areas. We can't survive on New Talax if the Maylan are going to use it as their personal garbage dump.
Unknown vessel. This site is claimed by the Maylan. Go find your own dump site. Why? I was here first. Besides, there's a neutron star near here that makes this the perfect location for our needs. Finding another would be too expensive. Tell the 𝘶𝘶ians to find another planet.
Ship is under attack. Integrity below 75%. Integrity below 75%.
Enough! You've ruined me, wrecked my ship. At least spare my life.
The Maylan are gone, but the radiation is still around. Oh, what can we do? This would have been a perfect homeworld. But we can't live here if the radiation is going to infect the entire planet. Thank you so much for all of your help. You are a true friend to me and to the 𝘗𝘂 people. Your crew will always be welcome on New Talax. And good luck in your voyages. I hope to see you again.
The Maylons were causing problems? I'll make a note of that. Hopefully they'll just be a minor inconvenience. Admiral Janeway wasn't very impressed by them. Neelix has sent word that the migration of the Talaxians is going smoothly. We've sent several ships to ensure they're protected from any more Maylon incursions. Our first venture into the Delta Quadrant appears to be a success.